There are fast cars. There are luxury cars. And then, there are cars that become legends. Cars that don't just move people, they move history. Few automobiles have ever earned that title. The Jaguar E-Type is one of them. When it made its debut in 1961, people couldn't believe what they were seeing. It looked unlike anything else on the road. Long, low, elegant, almost impossible to ignore. But the most surprising reaction came from Italy. Enzo Ferrari, a man who almost never praised his competitors, reportedly looked at the Jaguar E-Type and called it the most beautiful car ever made. Think about that. The founder of Ferrari admiring a Jaguar. That wasn't something people heard every day. But here's what makes this story even more remarkable. The E-Type was never intended to become a museum piece. Jaguar didn't build it for billionaires. They didn't build it for collectors. And they certainly didn't build it to spend decades hidden inside climate-controlled garages. They built it for people who loved driving, people who wanted speed, style, and excitement, without paying Ferrari prices. It was bold, it was beautiful, and it was faster than almost anyone expected. More than 60 years later, the Jaguar E-Type is still considered one of the greatest automotive designs ever created. So, how did one British sports car become a global icon? This is the story of the Jaguar E-Type. To understand the E-Type, we have to go back to the 1950s. At the time, Jaguar wasn't just building luxury cars, it was winning races. Its legendary D-Type dominated the 24 Hours of Le Mans, 3 victories, against some of the best racing teams in the world. Those wins changed Jaguar forever. The company had proven something important. It could build machines that were not only beautiful, but incredibly capable. Still, Jaguar wanted something more. They didn't want another race car. They wanted to take everything they had learned on the track and bring it to the public. The goal was ambitious: create a sports car with racing performance, timeless beauty, modern engineering, and a price that ordinary enthusiasts could actually afford. It sounded almost impossible. But Jaguar believed it could be done. The man responsible for shaping that vision was Malcolm Sayer. Unlike most automotive designers, Sayer wasn't trained as an artist. He was an aircraft engineer. His background changed everything. Instead of drawing shapes based only on appearance, he used mathematics, aerodynamics, balance. Every curve served a purpose. Every line helped the car move more efficiently through the air. The result was unlike anything people had seen before. A long, sweeping hood, a compact cabin pushed toward the rear, smooth lines flowing from front to back. There wasn't a single angle that looked forced, even standing still. The E-Type looked like it was traveling at full speed. It was elegant, it was aggressive, and somehow it managed to be both at the same time. Before anyone had even driven it, the Jaguar E-Type had already become unforgettable, but the world was about to see it for the very first time.
It was March 1961, the Geneva Motor Show, one of the biggest automotive events in the world. Every major manufacturer was there, each one hoping to steal the spotlight. Then, Jaguar unveiled the E-Type. For a moment, everything else seemed to disappear. People gathered around the car, journalists pushed through the crowd, cameras flashed from every direction. No one wanted to miss the chance to see it up close. The reaction surprised even Jaguar. They knew the car was special, but they hadn't expected this. The E-Type wasn't just attracting attention, it was becoming the story of the entire show. Reporters wanted interviews, photographers wanted more pictures, and every journalist wanted the same thing: a test drive. There was only one problem. Jaguar had brought just one demonstration car. That wasn't nearly enough. The demand was overwhelming. So Jaguar made a decision that would become part of automotive history. Sir William Lyons, the company's founder, ordered a second E-Type to be brought from England to Geneva immediately. The car left Britain that same night. It crossed roads, towns, and international borders, hour after hour, without stopping any longer than necessary. The goal was simple: arrive before the next morning, so the waiting journalists could finally drive the car everyone was talking about. Against all odds, it made it. That overnight journey quickly became legendary. It wasn't just a delivery, it was proof that Jaguar understood something important. The world wasn't simply interested in the E-Type. People were desperate to experience it, and once they did, the excitement only grew stronger. Magazine headlines praised its design, road testers praised its performance, customers flooded Jaguar dealerships. Orders arrived faster than the company could build the cars. Almost overnight, the Jaguar E-Type became more than a new model. It became a global sensation. And the most incredible part, people had only just begun to discover what it was capable of. The Jaguar E-Type wasn't admired just because it looked beautiful. It earned respect because it delivered performance that few cars of its era could match. Under the long hood was a 3.8-litre inline-six engine. It produced around 265 horsepower. Today, that number may not sound extraordinary, but in 1961, it was astonishing. The E-Type could reach nearly 150 miles per hour, around 240 kilometers per hour. At the time, that placed it among the fastest production cars on the planet. And yet, it cost only a fraction of what buyers would pay for a Ferrari or an Aston Martin. That changed everything. For the first time, an ordinary enthusiast could own a car with genuine exotic performance, but speed was only part of the story. The E-Type introduced technology that many competitors hadn't yet adopted. It featured independent rear suspension, a design that delivered a smoother ride, better handling, and greater confidence through corners. It also came equipped with four-wheel disc brakes, a feature usually reserved for racing cars. Together, these innovations made the E-Type feel modern, balanced, predictable. It wasn't just fast in a straight line. It inspired confidence on winding roads. Drivers loved it, journalists praised it, and competitors took notice. The Jaguar E-Type proved that breathtaking design didn't have to come at the expense of engineering. It could offer both beauty and performance, elegance and speed. It wasn't trying to imitate Ferrari. It wasn't trying to imitate Aston Martin. The E-Type created its own identity, and in doing so, it redefined what a sports car could be. Soon, its reputation would spread far beyond racetracks and automotive magazines. The Jaguar E-Type was about to become a cultural icon. As the years passed, the Jaguar E-Type continued to evolve. New engines arrived, new features were introduced. The car became more refined, more comfortable, and more powerful. Yet its unmistakable silhouette never lost its identity. Jaguar produced the E-Type from 1961 until 1975. Over those 14 years, more than 70,000 examples left the factory, each one carrying the same philosophy: performance, elegance, and timeless design. Today, finding a perfectly preserved E-Type is becoming increasingly difficult. The finest examples often sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some rare versions have crossed the $1 million mark at auction, but its value goes far beyond money. The Jaguar E-Type has appeared in museums, private collections, and countless books dedicated to automotive history. It has inspired generations of designers, engineers, and enthusiasts. Even people who know very little about cars often recognize the E-Type the moment they see it. That's the power of truly timeless design. Very few automobiles remain relevant more than 60 years after they first appeared. The Jaguar E-Type is one of those rare exceptions. It doesn't rely on nostalgia. It doesn't need modern technology to impress people. Its beauty speaks for itself. Its proportions still look elegant, its presence still turns heads, and its story continues to inspire new generations of car lovers. So, was Enzo Ferrari right when he reportedly called it the most beautiful car ever made? Perhaps, perhaps not. Beauty has always been a matter of personal opinion, but one thing is beyond debate. The Jaguar E-Type changed automotive history. It proved that one car could be beautiful, fast, innovative, and attainable, all at the same time. That combination is extraordinarily rare, and maybe that's why, more than 60 years later, the Jaguar E-Type isn't remembered as just another classic car. It's remembered as a masterpiece, a machine that transformed engineering into art.